Hey, welcome back in. You know, having the Christmas giving spirit this time of year is a great thing, but getting in credit card debt is not. So how do you stay out of that? How do you get out of adding to your credit card debt? Here to join us to talk about that is Stewart Welch from the Welch Group, and good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Before we get into some ways that sound simple advice to not get in debt, it's startling though how many people and how much debt there is from credit card debt, and a lot of it's from holiday shopping.
It is. There's a new study out. We just crossed the $4 trillion mark in consumer debt collectively.
Oh, goodness
and kind of an interesting statistic, on average we now have 40% of consumer debt, 40% compared to our income.
Mm-hmm. And that's an average per person?
Yeah, that's an average across across the United States. And in 1950 it was 2%.
Wow.
And you say, what's the driver there? And it is credit card. It's proliferation of credit cards. So we want to make sure 40% of your income is a really big number to overcome. To pay that off takes years, because you got to pay taxes, then you got to pay your expenses, and then you got to start working on your debt. So let's not create any new debt, and we have like 4 steps.
All right, so let's start with that. And again, these are simple, but what are sound advices you're going to expound on this morning?
So the first thing I think we want to do is we want to start with a budget. And with the budget, here's how we're going to establish our budget. It's going to be cash. Look around and see what you have in your bank accounts or savings accounts or whatever. We're not going to go outside of what we already have in our accounts. That's the sure way to do it. It's okay to use credit cards, but you want to make sure that you stay within that cash amount that you have. So the budget tied to the cash that you have, solvent cash, not what your credit card limit says. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And then the next thing is you want to make a list, but you want to start at the top of the list with the people that are most important to you in terms of gift giving, and that's probably going to be children or grandchildren or something like that. So you start with them and you make your list, and then you want to basically assign dollar limits to each one of those people. And when you run out below that list, they're going to get a handwritten note telling you how much you appreciate it.
And most adults, you know, you have everything you need anyway. I mean, really, this is the time of year that's mostly about the children, mostly.
It should be. Yeah. It should be. And listen, there are so many ways to give things that don't cost a lot of money, you know, baked goods and things like that. So I think the goal is to, when we get to January, we don't have any new debt. And then I think the last thing is let's practice giving back. This is a lot of people still in need. This is an opportunity to reach out with your time. You can do, you know, soup kitchens and things like that. You can give clothing, food. Obviously, you can give money.
And being benevolent, and then getting to January and realizing, you know what, I don't have any credit card debt. That's what's going to make you happy in the new year, for sure.
I'll tell you what, you will have a whole new perspective. You start January with no new debt. That'll be a great thing.
All right, good advice here from Stewart Welch. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Same to you. All right, so we'll head now up next